What's going on, guys? Today, I know it is a day late, but it is the recent pickups from the Taking High Ground Discord. I know I like to get these out on Sundays, but today I'm doing it on a Monday. It just kind of didn't work out yesterday. But we're going to get right into these recent pickups, and we have some fantastic ones to talk about. So like I said, let's get right into it. Now, first up, we have Inky Bruh with a whole bunch of pickups. Inky Bruh went crazy this week. He has so many amazing cards. And the first one is a SAS Sergeant Prototype CGC 8. I know SAS Sergeant, not the most popular in-game, but he was an NPC on the map for a while, and he is a Jonesy variant, so, Jonesy's like the second most important thing in all of Fortnite next to the 0 point. So, SAS Sergeant is a fantastic card just because of that. Like, okay, fantastic is low. That was kind of over the top, but he's a good card just because it's Jonesy, and the fact that it's a prototype makes it a fantastic card. Also, being an 8, prototypes are kind of tough to grade. Also, they picked up a Nightlight Shard PSA 9. Now, a Nightlight, the female version of Light Show. Nightlight is a fantastic looking card. The turquoise looks great. Her pose is really cool. Really nice aesthetic on that card. Very aesthetically pleasing. I really like that shard and that card. The pose, the art, everything about it is a fantastic card. Then they also picked up a Heartbreaker Crystal Shard PSA 9. Like, this is like the first time I think I've ever talked about a Heartbreaker card in any of these videos. I don't know, nobody ever picks up Heartbreaker cards or acknowledges Heartbreaker, but he's a llama. I mean, that's pretty cool if you ask me, because we know how important the llamas are to Fortnite, so that's awesome. Then they picked up a Screenshot number 38 prototype CGC 8. Now, looks like it's from one of the old LTMs because you see the Port-a-Fort and the turretors from a game, but it looks like a old LTM screenshot if I'm not mistaken, and it looks cool. The LTMs used to be the thing. You were around in Chapter 1, early Chapter 2, before Creative took off. LTMs were where it was at for a while, and I miss old LTMs. Actually, I kind of got to tell you guys something. I haven't played Fortnite in like a long time. I haven't played in a while. To be honest, I don't enjoy it anymore. I don't enjoy the game. I do still enjoy the cards. I still love the cards. I still have the history of Fortnite. But just where it's at currently, I don't personally enjoy it, but I do still have a passion for the cards and for the history of the game. So that's why I'm still doing this. I just want to put that out there. We have Screenshot number 38 is a, like I said, it looks like a screenshot from an old LTM, which I personally like. The Screenshot prototype I have is from Tilted Towers. So it kind of means something to me just because from Tilted Towers, back in the day, Chapter 1 Tilted Towers. That's my point behind that, is saying people are going to collect these screenshots, prototypes, because it's the best card from, something that represents the LTM. Like, I know there's all the screenshots of the different skins with the different Beef Boss and Tomato Head mass on from the Food Fight LTM. People are going to want those in the future, not investment advice. But I do strongly believe in that. Then Inky Bruh also picked up 2 Hollows PSA 10 from Series 1, one being the legendary skin Hybrid and the other being the Pickaxe Drumbeat. Now, Hybrid, we know he's storyline involved. Chapter 1 Season 8 Battle Pass, a great looking skin. Not the most used. I feel like he's a little underappreciated in-game wise, but I feel like the card market definitely kind of appreciates Hybrid for who and what he is. Then we got Drumbeat, nothing crazy, but still a nice card. PSA 10, you gotta love it. Next up, we got Alpha Pitbull, I believe is how you say that name. Definitely looks like it's from another country. But he picked up a Peelybone Hollow PSA 8, bunch of other miscellaneous Series 2 Hollows. I believe he said he got this for like 30 pounds or something, whatever that currency is. But 30 whatever is like a steal. Like $30, 30 pounds, 30 whatever is a steal for this. Like, just the Peelybone Hollow PSA 8, you could justify paying that for. So to also tack on all these other Series 2 Hollows, that's an absolute steal, bro. And congrats on that, because that's awesome. Then we got Phil Collects with an absolute beauty of a card. Agent Peely Laser, perfectly centered, that yellowish gold, whatever, just shining in a perfect PSA 10. Awesome. Beautiful card. I love to see it. And that's just a great pickup. That's really all I can say. I mean, Agent Peely is not Peely, obviously. But when people, are collecting Peely, and it's impossible to even find a base card from Series 1, which I personally believe will happen, not investment advice, then, they're either going to go to Peelybone or Agent Peely or Unpeely. I personally think they're going to go to Agent Peely because that's the closest to the original Peely. Peelybone, And then on Peely, definitely not as close to the original as Agent Peely. So, Agent Peely is the next closest thing you could get to a Peely. And I think perfectly centered lasered PSA 10s. Back to the old debate, is it better than the Series 3 Cracked Ice PSA 10? I don't know. I can't decide. I'm a Cracked Ice guy, but I totally get the lasers. I think I'm biased on the Cracked Ice side. Like, personally, I prefer the ice, but I think the laser is better. I do believe that, not investment advice. And yeah, just the Agent Peely Laser PSA 10 is beautiful. Chapter 2, Season 2 Battle Pass, one of the most loved seasons of all time. That's a great card. Next up, we have my man King, of course, picking up some beautiful cards with the Beef Boss Hollow SGC 10. And that purple on the hollow next to the SGC Tuxedo slab. I'm not an SGC guy. You guys know that if you watch any of my videos. I am not an SGC guy. But this almost makes me one because that looks fantastic. And then he's got the Rose Team Leader Hollow PSA 10. PSA 10 Hollows from Series 1 from Legendary Skins. Those are going to be tried and true in the future. Those are going to be, yeah, that's going to be a nice card. Rose Team Leader, one of the old Save the World skins from back in early Chapter 1 back in the day. Gotta love to see that. Beautiful card right there. That pink really does hit. Then we got Sparkle Specialist with two beautiful Black Knights. One being a Black Knight Italy Shard PSA 9, and the other being a Black Knight... Wait. Yeah, Black Knight Base Italy PSA 10. So, Italy stuff is hard to grade. So, first of all, we got a dime and we got a 9. So, Black Knight Base 10, fantastic card, beautiful card, love to see it. Then we got Black Knight Black Knight Shard, even better than the Hollow. The Hollow is great, but the Shard is, obviously we know, is fantastic. And he's got it in PSA 9. I don't need to say much more about that other than that's awesome. Then we got Paralyzed Fortnite with some heat. Blue Squire Crystal Shard PSA 9. Beef Boss Crystal Shard PSA 9. Tomato Head Crystal Shard PSA 9. Calamity Crystal Shard CGC 8.5. And a Gear Specialist Maya Cracked Ice PSA 10. So, Blue Squire is a great looking card. Speaking of this, the top 25 list, I will get around to that. I will post that video soon. But Blue Squire did, in fact, make the list. But yeah, Blue Squire is a great card. Chapter 1, Season 2 Battle Pass, Super OG, the male counterpart to Royal Knight. I love Blue Squire. Then he has the duo of Beef Boss and Tomato Head. Come on, that is... I just talked about the Food Fight LTM, how important that was to Fortnite. Durr Burger, Pizza Pit, how important that was to Fortnite. And it's like, yeah, that's just awesome. That is awesome. Those two together. Have those two shards side by side, both the 9s. Just matching, that's beautiful. Then he has a Calamity Shard, CGC 8.5, Calamity Chapter 1, Season 6 Battle Pass, Tier 100 skin. People definitely are going to want to collect Calamity. People are going to remember Calamity. Calamity is iconic and a staple of Fortnite's history and lore. Then the Gear Specialist Maya, the start of the customizable skins in Chapter 2, Season 2. That green also hits. That green really does hit. Like, wow. I almost want to get one of those. But yeah, Maya was the first customizable skin in all of Fortnite. So that's really cool. And PSA 10, some of those Series 3 shards are not easy to grade. And, that's just awesome. Then Inky Bra is not quite done picking up a Bandolette Shard PSA 8. And, Bandolette is important in the comics. Bandolette was very prevalent in the comics. Now, I know Fortnite comics are, they're not popular right now, unfortunately. They're not being produced, I don't believe. And it's just kind of unfortunate. We have no cards, we have no comics, we have nothing. But the comics will not be forgotten totally. And Bandolette Crystal Shard PSA 8 is very cool because she was very prevalent in the comics. And yeah, then we got a Prickly Patroller Hollow PSA 10. Prickly Patroller is kind of like a meme skin. People used to go in like the desert biomes and do like either the T-pose or there's an actual emote for like a cactus pose that came with her. So like people used to do that and like try to like meme and win a game. So I don't know, people are going to collect her because of that maybe. Then a Black Knight Hollow PSA 9. Banger. Black Knight Shard just sold for 15K. So in my opinion, Black Knight is up. People are saying that's a low sale. Sure, it is for what we used to see. But for this current market, that's not a low sale. So Inky Bro, you had a fantastic week of pickups and I love to see it. And we're ending off with my man North Bay. And he picked up none other than a beautiful Ragnarok card. What else could we expect from him? And it is none other than the reloaded moving card, the Lenticular PSA 10 Ragnarok. Look at that thing. it's beautiful. Now I know people say, you know, the plastic cards from Reloaded, the rounded corners are are easier to grade, but it's still Reloaded. Reloaded is not easy to grade. I don't care what card it is. Reloaded is not easy to grade, and I love that pickup, especially because the way that ties into his PC. This guy loves Ragnarok, and he has a passion for Ragnarok cards. So it's just great to see him picking up a banger Ragnarok card like that. So, guys, that is this week's recent pickups from the THG Discord. Thank you all for watching. Thank you for THG for letting me do this. And once again, the top 25 stuff is coming. Hopefully later this week is my goal, is my plan is later this week. I have the math all done. I have the list. 25 cards, and I put the 26th place in there because it was so close. It was within 2 points on the scoring system that this card could have made it in, so I figured I'll just throw it in the 26th spot, make it an honorable mention. But yeah, that is this week's recent pickup video. Thank you all for watching, and I will see you guys next time.